You'll never escape me. My enhanced targeting will destroy any enemy that stands in my way. You'll stand no chance against my lightning reflexes. You'll be unable to target me, regardless of the weapon. My lightweight armor makes me lethal. I am agile and can sustain significant damage. Once I'm armed with my Reaper blades, I'll reap your energy until nothing remains. Who am I? Cyber, a warborn, and I will vanquish you.
Step into our universe with the Vanquishers TCG. Get exclusive access by joining our community at www.vanquisherstcg.com. Select a hero, equip weapons and armors, and vanquish your enemy.
What's going on, Vanquishers? Charlie here, back with another State of the Game. We got a lot of updates for you guys.
Charlie, you got this thing all looking a mess.
What's a mess? Oh, man, what's going on here? Hold on, guys. Something went a little bit of funny here. Look like our display here. Dual talk. Man, yo, we've been pretty flawless for a while now, man. I don't know what's going on. Let me double check here.
If anyone asks, you just got a behind the scenes look at the stream live.
Yeah, this ain't looking right. There we go. Oh,
if they can hear us.
No, they can definitely hear us. That is, talk is not a problem. It was definitely the video this time. See, so what happens is, before we get into our full-on intro, is that for some reason, whenever I use my OBS, when it uploads, it throws all my scenes all over the place. So I'm just only gonna pray that my scenes aren't all jacked up today. So let's just hope I got everything pretty much nailed where it needs to be at. So I apologize for the technicality.
So you gotta readjust my screen, man. You can see B and me.
I can see B and you.
Everybody wants to see us both, though.
All right,
nobody wants to see me, dude.
Okay, so we got it fixed. Look, Chaos is in the building. He knows all the crazy stuff we do and when we get caught into the studio. So this is definitely a bloopers moment. So now that we're all corrected for the most part, again, I can't guarantee the scenes aren't all jacked up because this is what happens sometimes. It's just the nature of the beast. So again, we back with another State of the Game. We appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight. And anyone that's new in the community, welcome. Anybody that has been part of our community, welcome back. So before we get started, we usually introduce all the developers behind the project. One of the developers, unfortunately, is not able to tune in tonight. He's kind of dealing with a few things, but I'm sure he's going to be tuning in the back.
It's called the BGs. Don't sugarcoat it for me. You got the BGs, man.
Hey, put your business out. That'd be, man. I try to keep it all. I try to keep it all spiel. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So just so you guys know, if ever I leave, I know they're gonna put my personal business out. So I'll always be here for you guys. So. All right, so let's go ahead and introduce the developers behind this project. My name is Charlie Correa. I am the creator and one of the developers behind the Vanquishers TCG.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Jason. I handle the administration, the social media marketing, the regular marketing, the phone calls. I deal with overseas manufacturers. I deal with a lot of different things, but it's a labor of love. So let's have a beautiful 9-pound baby.
Yeah. The full labor. Jason pays those bills. He pays the telephone bills. He pays the Vanquisher bills. No?
Yep.
No,
I'm not. Say my name. Maybe. A little bit.
That was whack as all. I don't believe y'all let me keep going with it. Brandon, why didn't you stop me, man? You usually stop me in between.
I mean, I don't know. You kind of like...
I was into it, so
I don't know what you did. You like had me in the trance.
He's letting you go, man.
All right, my name is Brandon, and I am the Game Balancer. Let's go.
Game Balancer. So we got a lot to talk about. Well, actually, we're gonna cover quite a few things. We went through, especially this weekend. This has been a very, very, very busy week for Vanquishers.
Oh, yeah.
Or last week was a very busy week for us. As you guys can see, that's part of our community, especially on Discord. Got to see quite a bit of update images and stuff like that. We did put together a few things, which we'll talk more detail when we get into these categories. But this week is actually going to be another busy week for us as well. We are definitely cramming a lot of things down this whole week, so we'll fill you guys in on what's going on there. So before we get started on each category, we're going to talk about social media network. The web and app updates, there aren't too many of them. We'll talk a little bit about that on Jose's behalf. But there are a few updates we'll be talking about the web and app. And, of course, the Tabletop Simulator and the physical game updates, the physical game, physical, hands-on, touch, grab, feel. Trust us, we've had a very physical weekend with these games, so we got quite a bit of updates to tell you guys. So without further ado, we got Mr. Jason that's going to go ahead and jump on the social media network. He has a lot of great things to talk about and to pretty much tell you guys tonight. Go ahead, Mr. Jason. Take it. Run with it.
Oh, is the floor mine?
Touch it. Bring it. All right, let me
Floor
stop.
mine. Okay.
Let me stop.
All right, you wonderful people. I am still sore from this weekend. I'm still hurting, but I am still here to make it happen, Captain. So, what we got going on? Charlie just throwing me into different rifts and different dimensions right now. That's what he likes to do. Am I live all the way live?
Andy,
nope.
no, you're
They
not.
get to see
Solo cam.
Trillo.
Yes, there we go. Hold on. Let's see if I got it. It's bam. I apologize again. My camera
Dang.
screens were all jacked up, man. Listen, I apologize. Go ahead, Jason. I apologize.
Are we good now? Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. Just making sure. All right. So what we have going on, congratulations everybody that got their cards, everybody that was able to finish through and get into the actual flash sale. Me and Jose were up till about midnight trying to figure this thing out, make sure everything's situated. I think he passed out on me last night because he wasn't already starting not to feel good. So we got everything locked in and everything good to go. So just know that everyone's cards for the Saigon Rage cards have been basically sent out. All of them been sent out today, whether you're international, whether you're domestic, whether you part of a Commonwealth. If you bought it, it's basically sent out. There's one special person that we're holding off because Charlie has to bring me some stuff tomorrow that they'll get their Saigon Rage cards soon and they know who they are. So those will be good to go. So basically all the Saigon Rage cards are sent out. With that being said, we'll talk more about it in a little bit. Just so you guys know, we did not sell out of the Saigon Rage cards, so you guys will not find out how many were printed.
For now.
But the way that we did it was because we really wanted to make sure everybody that wanted the card got the card. That's why we limited the amount of purchase per purchase, so it was a 5 max, because we're trying to make sure that the actual people that are here to back the game and all that kind of stuff and want to see it flourish and want to get these cool cards are able to get them. So that was one of the reasons why we limited the purchase on the first flash sale of this. That's why we did a flash sale. It also lets us gauge where we're at. We got to look at it analytically as well to see where we're at when it comes to people purchasing and like where our placement is and how many things we need to order for the future and all that kind of stuff, so that we don't bite off too much that we can chew and that we can get the right amount so that everybody can get something they want. So it's really helpful. The last 2 product sales really are helpful for us to see how many we want to get for any future things, because honestly it really connects a lot of dots for us so that we can make sure that we give you guys what you're looking for and we're not overstepping into places where we might lose more than we need to or too much risk. So that's a lot of the testing with this as well as getting you guys cards. So everyone got their cards. So just so you know, guys, in the future, towards later on, after Brandon and Jose and Charlie get done with their part, we'll talk about what we're going to do for the future of what's left with those cards. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the stream, so you guys are aware. And then the next part we're going to talk about is we're getting ready for Megacon. We kind of talked about it last week. With Megacon coming up tomorrow, I should get in all the custom pins that we ordered, because we're going to have pins to give out. We're also getting in custom stickers that I made. They're custom. They're some of the things you've already seen. Those stickers will be able to be handed out while we're going around. If you guys watched the last stream, Charlie had a big old chunk of cards, of all the hero cards, and there's some special cards in the back. We're going to probably grab a few of those, a few of our energy overload cards from the last giveaway, not the one that we just did, but before that, and some other holographic cards and cards that we have. So if you see us at Megacon, you might get one of those cards.
Definitely
so
want to track us down. Definitely want to track us down.
And if you're in our Discord, the way we always do it, you can ask BK and Darjack. If you're in our Discord, I'm gonna message you guys when we're walking in Discord, so that you guys know that we're walking in, and that you can come find us. If you're part of our Discord and you show me that you're part of the Discord, you're gonna definitely get one of these cards. You're gonna definitely get some of these pins. You're gonna definitely get. I only got one pin, but some of these stickers and stuff like that. So definitely, you as our direct community come first, and nothing against anybody that's never heard of us or is going to be brand new to us. It's just we know that you guys are here, helping us grow this thing. So you guys get first dibs when it comes to that stuff. So so just be ready for that. Be ready for at Megacon. So we're going to be there on Saturday, the 21st, around 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Betty White, I don't know if Betty White is going to get a card, but I think she does really deserve all her homage, though. Betty White, shout out to her, RIP. Thank you for asking about that, Goro187. But yeah, so definitely know that we're gonna go ahead and get that all situated. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna probably be out in Orlando Saturday and Sunday. It's just we only got tickets for Saturday because we like to do right now, since we don't have a booth, we just go in, run around, meet people, meet and greet, and then get out, so that we can have a good rest of the day. So that will be for Megacon. So just look, all of us will be there, by the way, as well. And the voice of Cyber will be there as well. So it'll be a lot of fun stuff to get to meet everybody and kind of pick our brains and face to face kind of ask us questions at Megacon. So then we got the Enter the Rift finished yesterday as well. So the Enter the Rift contest. So as we get later in the stream, I'm going to announce the winners on that, and then we will get their packs sent out to them. Some of the people ordered some orders, so I might see if they want me just to put their order together with their playtest deck, so it all just comes at one time. I know a lot of people like that to make it simpler. So we'll be answering who won the contest there. And just to say, I talked about the goal for our community growth goals, and we blew out of the water what our goal was like 2,000 and 300. We're already almost at 325 on Discord right now, and almost at 2,500 on 2,500 on Instagram. So our next goal was 3,000 on Instagram and 400 in Discord. So we're steadily progressing and getting there. A lot of Pokemon player people are actually liking our product and liking our game and liking the energy that we're giving off. If any of you guys see that I also put on there, if we get one of our last posts 250 likes, we'll do a giveaway on one of those packs with 2 holofoils in it. One of our posts, the one where it shows us in the sweatshop, is at like 248. So if that gets to 250, if one of the last 2 posts get to 250, or last 3 posts, well, I posted something today, but the previous 2, if one of those get to 250, we'll do a random giveaway, but it'll be Instagram likes. Whoever liked us on Instagram on that post, I'll pull all the names, and then we'll run that giveaway for one of those packs as well. So a lot of giveaways, a lot of stuff moving. And just so you guys know, for future, every month up until basically all the time up until September, when we do our Kickstarter, we have promotional cards coming out the whole time, so that you guys will be able to get stuff. And it's not going to be oversaturated where you feel like, oh, every time there's a card coming out, It's going to be pretty steady, and it's going to be pretty nice the way we're going to do it. Next week, we'll probably announce some other stuff connected to how we're going to do some other stuff added with those promotional cards. We're not going to talk about that today, but just know there's more stuff in the works with that as well. So you guys that have the test decks can have some things that go with the test decks as well. So just be on the lookout for that. Next part. So the display, Charlie got all you got all the fabrics for the display now?
Yeah.
Or do we have all the
No, we're still waiting on the actual skeletal frame structure of it all, but we do definitely have all the fabric, everything that's needed to put on them.
Okay. So with that being said, the display, we have the parts we need for the fabric. We're just waiting for all the metal parts that hold everything up, and that'll be good to go. Actually, the day before we got on, me and Brandon were looking at how much it costs to do booths at Collecticon, and with their pricing comparative to the Megacon and Tampa Comic Con,
pretty reasonable.
It's really reasonable, and I think we're gonna probably after Kickstarter we'll see where we're at because the marketing budget is gonna go up from there to definitely be at those kind of things. So we're definitely gonna be looking into adding Collecticon onto the list of different things we're gonna go and do, and multiple venues of it. We just have to make sure that we're in a position where we can transport there, we can get everything we need there, all that kind of stuff, so that we're in a good place. We like to be very organized and professional with what we do. We don't just want to grab a box of things and just show up. We want to make sure that we're prepared. So just know we are looking at Collecticon as we've already been looking at it, but looking at the pricing now and just seeing what it is for one table. Our actual display is a 10 by 10, so we probably end up having to look at like 4 tables or getting a space or a half a section basically to actually set up our booth the way it's set up. But we are very flexible, so we should be able to work around it if it's just a one table, so we can go and start meeting and greeting people and have that a space where people can find us and we're not just walking around. It'll happen. We'll get Collecticon going. We'll be at multiple venues for that. Just we're waiting for Kickstarter to give us the placement where we can start from on that. So just be on the lookout for that. But definitely it's been a crazy week and it's a crazy month. This month we put a lot on our plate for you guys. So you guys already saw in the background, we physically put hands on everything that you are going to be getting in your test decks, and we made it look honestly, I was saying when we were making it, it makes me feel like when I was a kid and went to GameStop and I couldn't buy new stuff. So like with the packaging and stuff, like when people go and buy stuff at GameStop and stuff like that, it made me feel like you're like I got a video game in my hand. The way we packaged it is the way I feel, and it was really nostalgic for me and very made me feel really good about the product that we were able to put. Like I felt like we put something in it that is us. And honestly, just a little side story. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but like when me and Charlie were kids, we used to take we'd walk from his neighborhood like over an interstate highway with boxes of video games that we beat just to trade them in to get new games or to get like the Street Fighter animes to watch them or Gundam or whatever it might be. Like, and this putting these packs together for you guys made me feel like the same feeling I got when I bought something that way. So it really was to the heart how I felt about it. So just I really hope everyone receives everything well, but I know you guys are going to look at it and be like, this is out of this world. Like I honestly feel like no one's packaging is going to match what we're doing just for our test decks right now. So that's just how I feel. I'm being a little extra, but I honestly feel that way.
I think you have to stand it right because we busted our butts. I mean, and that's an understatement on what we did on getting this together.
We were wearing gloves. Don't worry, ain't no sweats on the card. Ain't nobody sweat on the cards. I promise.
Take a look at our video, man. You see us wearing them black gloves. We all strapped up, man. Listen, we are collectors too. We know the value of having no prints on these things, man. Trust.
Well, the thing we want to look good. You know what I mean? Like we know it feel like to grab something, we got to take it back to the shelf. Like now we're gonna grab the other one because this one don't look right, or got a little this thing here and there. So we take quality to a very high demand on what we do. So. But basically, that's everything I need to go over as of right now. Just know that we are going to continue hitting these goals. When we hit 5,000 followers on Instagram, we're going to probably do another flash sale of the Saigon Rage card from what's left, and there will not be a limit on how many you can purchase. The reason we're going to do that is because the new people that become Vanquishers, become followers of the game, I want them to have an opportunity to also get these cards before Kickstarter happens. Because honestly, I feel like we're going to hit 5,000 followers before Kickstarter happens. You got to go big and you got to get those goals big. That's how I look at it. So we're going to keep pushing it. We're almost at 2,500. So we're halfway mark to it. So when we hit higher numbers, we're going to do another flash sale of the Saigon Rage. So new people coming into Vanquishers are able to get those cards as well. Remember, this card will not be printed again in this hollow foil or anything of that nature. So, oh, Charlie, look, they got the whole itinerary on there.
Oh, see, that's what happens when I hit my key. I hit the wrong key there. So I've been talking to Jose, man. I'm trying to take his little switchboard, man. That way I don't fall into these problems. But yeah, he seems to be using it every day. So I'm kind of stuck out of luck with that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun this weekend too. It wasn't just sweating and feeling like we were just in there working. It was a lot of fun too. Haven't had a session like that where we just listen to music and vibe out. It was an awesome time. It was an awesome time. And then thank you guys for allowing us to have that time. It's really good for the soul and good for the team to be together and do stuff like that. So really appreciate that.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, we aren't all close in Florida. Like Jose's in Orlando, we're in Tampa. So for us to actually get together to do this was a blessing for us as a team, because we do meet up a lot of time virtually. And thank God for these type of meetings, because if it wasn't for these type of meetings, we wouldn't be seeing each other as often as we are and couldn't run the business as well as we do. So it was absolutely a blessing to be able to do that and work to be able to get this stuff together. Now, was it fun? It was at the beginning. Towards the end, it starts to get, I mean, we spent literally almost 2 days doing, I mean, if you took all the hours, it would have been 1 day, right? So we did it like
all my fingertips are melted a little bit for you guys.
Definitely heated up a little bit by the shrink wrap. So just so you guys know how we packaged it and get it to you guys, we definitely put a lot of thought, and we definitely want to make sure that we secure these items. And for those that just want to use it for collectible reasons, we made sure that we secured it and protected the items to sustain the collectability. Again, we know what we would expect for it, and anything we would expect, we try to take it to that next level. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is what we expect, we would want it to be better. And that's what we are planning to give to you guys. Better than what we would expect from another company or whatever sources.
Yeah, JP, we did Outer Edge Comics. That's Jay Pasito. I always call him JP, just easier for me. That's actually a childhood friend of my name. I always call him JP. So not him, but someone I grew up with. So JP is easy for me to remember. We did not get any in real life games going. Brandon didn't want the drama, so he left early.
Well, by early, he means 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and he lives about an hour away. So, like, again, like we said, it's not, we don't live around the corner, man, from each other. So
I did bring mats, and I brought some cards just in case.
Yeah, he had the intentions to battle.
I had the intentions to, but yeah, we didn't get around to it.
Yeah, when he saw the amount of work, he go ahead and quickly put them back in the box. He put them back in the box. So yeah,
Charlie was like, "Who's good at what?" I said, "I'm not good at folding, so don't give me any of the rule books. I'm not folding anything." So I ended up doing the quality check on all the cards. So
yeah, actually, when we got ourselves into workstations, it sped up the process a lot more smoother, and it just felt a lot more rock solid. Again, if any of you guys work in a distribution company that works in these warehouse type deals, I would take my hat off, but it's connected with my headphone. But I definitely would take it off for you guys, man. That is hard work. If anyone that downplays that, it has not experienced it. Let me just put it that way. If you have not sat there for the amount of time that it took to build these things or to even organize things, I'm talking you guys in Amazon, I mean, you guys in any other type of distribution out there, listen, you guys are very underlooked and extensively overworked. Like that, it's a lot of work and very intricate to doing these things. And I'm not trying to compare what we did to any of your guys' jobs or workload or anything like that, but into somewhat of a comparison, we definitely don't look at that like as a small thing. And I'm glad that we got to experience this. It's very important, because then now when we go to seeing what price points are for people that are part of the distributions, we know what to appreciate. Like, yeah, we can understand why it's charged, what it's charged, and what you guys are doing, what you're doing. So I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that out there. We definitely busted our butt this weekend, and we'll talk more in detail about it when we get to that segment. So right now we're going to talk. Oh, Jay, were you done? I apologize.
No, I'm Vetflix and Chill's asking, speaking of rule books, I was all over the website today. Is that listed somewhere, or is it only a physical copy of it?
Yeah, I apologize for that. I don't know why Jose has not made it into a tab at the very top of the site. It should be up there. But if you look at the home page, it should be up there. If you look at the home page
you gotta scroll down,
and you scroll down, right there will say complete rules, and there's a button there you can actually click to review the rule book. It's the only way to access it for right now, but we'll make sure once Jose's BG system is working well, we'll make sure that he updates that on the website. So we'll make sure we get that tab up. I apologize for that. It should have been up, but I really do appreciate you bringing that to our attention. That's very helpful.
Yeah, in the FAQ area, I'll probably throw in the link to it once it's up there, so people can just click on the link through the Discord as well, just to make it easier as well.
And if you got a link to the print and play, we also have the rules on there as well that you can print up.
Yeah, those are the actual quick rules. Those aren't the extensive.
Yeah, those
now,
are not the extensive rules.
Yeah, if you're looking for the full-on detail, the full-on experience of the game from advanced mode to everything, you're gonna want to click that link on the homepage. It's the full-on book. What we're gonna be giving you guys are the quick guide rules.
There go Jose. He came in like our
hero. Look at him. He's working from home.
Spicy chicken.
He threw the link.
He's working from home.
Probably by the end.
I don't think he's working from the office at home. No.
Maybe by the end of the state of the game, the button might be up there. I don't know. Look, Jose's on it. So, but yeah.
Jose he gonna be on the throne for Resident Night.
So what's going to be inclusive will be a quick guide, but we did manage to put a little overview of the advanced rules on the quick guide on the backside. So we got you guys covered. Unfortunately, the print-to-play doesn't have the advanced rule quick guide like these ones will. So this kit will definitely have it if you guys are getting into this. And we have a lot more to talk about in the future. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the weapon apps. I would talk to Jose, but by the time he types everything in, it may not be there quick enough. So just a couple things that Jose has been working on. Still, again, he's working on that app throughout his time frame to make sure that he's getting everything rock solid. While he was over here putting together the test decks with us, I managed to give him the G14 Classified that I've been working on for him to make sure that he can connect it to the app. And he's going to move forward with that part of the process to see what he can get done with that. Of course, he did a couple of other cool things. He managed to update a cool intro for the app. When you click and you open up, the open up video is amazing. Oh, yeah. It looks very nice. Cool. We'll probably post it on our Patreon group just to kind of take a look at that. It was just a general idea, something he was playing with to see how it would look when it boots up. It looks really nice. And I think right now he's working on the V-trigger effect. When you push the button and it doing a V-trigger effect on the animation just to kind of make sure it looks really rock solid and polished. So I gave him everything that he's needed for that. I know that he's going to be working on that. He didn't manage to do a whole lot last week. Again, we've been working on crunch time on getting these Saigon Rages, the analytics, making sure that we got the orders in, making sure that we had everything that we placed the order for the test decks. So we've all been very kind of like narrowed in, focused on this part of the project and not through our side scope of practice that we typically do on our day-to-day basis. So
yeah, it's definitely been a lot of stuff on this month, like I said earlier, that we've been working on. So Jose has a lot of stuff to do with the website and get that all situated. Because remember, we had the beta version of the app up and it was causing issues. So that's
to those sites. And a lot of it's
Yeah,
because of the
he's
site
working on that stuff,
itself.
too.
So he's trying to find a way to disconnect that from the site to make it a standalone thing to not hinder what's going on with the site itself. So as of right now, unfortunately, the Alteza is not up and running. But he's working on that right now in the back end. That's going to be another side priority for him. Though, just to let you guys know, the version that you guys are running is the original version of the app. So it's an older version, so it's may not work properly on newer phones. There's another clunky things we're kind of experienced with that. But yeah, he's going to be working on that. Another thing we want to talk about
real quick, we just had a message in there. So our app is a counter app, the Alteza app it's called. It's a counter app, but there's going to be other layers and other parts of the app that will be developed that in the future you guys will see. But as of right now, yes, it's a counter app.
Yeah, it's used to keep track of all values of your hero between weaponry, especially advanced mode. It's very encouraged during advanced mode to play with it because it'll keep track of all your mods, stacks, your hero stacks and stuff like vitality stacks, and it just keeps track of all your life points, storage points, V-trigger, defense points, targeting, the whole nine. Like, it's really, really useful. Unfortunately, you guys won't be able to finagle with it right now, but hopefully we can find the solution for that to get that up as soon as possible to be able to have you guys be able to test play with it again. But I believe we do have some stuff on our social media showcasing it. I believe we have some on Discord too. I think some things on there showcasing what it's going to look like and how it functions. You could definitely check that out. Another thing we're going to talk about on Jose's spot that he typically covers is going to be our merch. Our merch store currently has new shirts and designs on there from the Saigon Rage. It's going to be up there for a limited time. We might take a few of them down after a period of time. So you definitely want to go ahead and check that out. Check out some of our digital tees, our 16-bit tee that we got going on. It's a really nice artwork. We got some stuff out there. Again, all the funding that goes towards any of those products on our merch store goes 100% back into this project. So we just want to go ahead and make sure that you guys are aware of that. You can check that out on our website at www.vanquisherstcg.com, and you can go to the merch store and just grab anything you want. Heck, grab one of everything. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
rock that out.
The rarity of the designs of the merch is going to be a whole nother thing too. So 1 month we might do at the end of the year we might do the best sold ones, and that will come out for that month. In the future, you might see designs go and come back. And I really like that one, didn't get it, but it'll come back if we get enough people asking for it. So we just want to make sure that everybody knows that those are options. Actually, one of the next thing I was thinking about this week is actually getting Vanquisher hats that say Vanquishers on them as well. Might be a future hat we'll look at as an option as well. So just a lot of we always. I don't know if I've said it. I probably said it before. Me and Charlie used to have a clothing line, so we always have different ideas for the way designs look and different kind of merch items. So we always try to keep it fresh in there because we know everybody. You know, you want to put a clean tee on, or you want to put a nice hat on, and you want to change it up every now and then. So we try to give you guys those options.
All right, so that'll close out the segment for the web and app. We're gonna go ahead and jump on the next topic here. Is going to be our tabletop simulator and the physical game, the physical card game. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to let Brandon go ahead and set it off. He typically runs this segment, especially the beginning parts of it. So Mr. Brandon, if you don't mind, go ahead and rock
All right,
the
let's
mic.
go. Let's get it. So first and foremost, guys, every Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm on TTS, or I'm doing playing the physical card game via webcam. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know. If you want to get some games in, let me know. If you want to learn how to play the game, let me know. I'm down for all of that. So again, every Sunday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m., not 9:30, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be getting on the game. So be sure to let me know about that. While we're on the topic of Tabletop Simulator, let's keep that going. Usually today we're dropping a new booster pack, but we're not doing that this week. Our hands were busy. We were busy. Last week was a busy one for us, and we just didn't have time to update the Tabletop Simulator and get that new booster pack out. So definitely be looking forward to that. Maybe next week, Charlie? What do you think?
We could probably adjust the cycle potentially for next week. If not, we can keep it consistent. I mean, we'll look into it. So,
yeah,
be surprised. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
They're not
Stay
getting a
tuned.
booster pack. They're getting a whole playtest deck. That's what they getting this time.
Yeah.
All right. So last week we talked about the clutch rule. Went over that extensively with you guys, and we decided that was a no-go. I think Charlie and I talked about it. We kind of tried it out. It was.
First of all, the community, and I'm
was
gonna
very
be
adamant.
was not going for it. Which the logic behind it makes sense. Just I want to kind of throw something out there. If you do bring your opinion, it's very important to bring logic behind it too, because it helps us analyze what the logic is. And a lot of solutions, a lot of ideas came along with it. But when me and Brandon tested it out as we kept going along with it, we definitely seen where this could be somewhat problematic, especially for a specific class that a lot of you guys may not be familiar with, which are the Sentinels. It'll be very overpowering them because they do not naturally have a lot of shields as it is. And if that clutch kicks in when they have no shields, immediately putting them in a V-triggered state makes them almost like, untouchable essentially. So we had to relook at that.
Yeah, so we definitely took a look at that, but also at the same time, we were still, looking at different ways of, I don't know how to say,
we were taking a lot of what the community was suggesting, of course,
and trying to figure out how to implement that and make it work without, doing things like adding a new clutch rule, which was just horrible. People didn't like that. So what we ended up with was and definitely let us know what we ended up with, and we played it out, and we really enjoyed it. Was when you V-trigger. So normally when you V-trigger, you can draw. You have to draw 2 cards now every turn. So the idea now is that when you V-trigger, you can draw 2 cards, and if you choose to, you can exile 2 cards, and instead of getting 1 storage point for exiling 1 card, you can get potentially 2 storage points if you exile 2 cards at a time. So
Yeah, so you will have to exile.
there's a sacrifice. It's a choice. It's not like, because we thought about maybe exiling 1 card and getting 2 storage points, but that's just a gimme. So we wanted that to be a choice about it. Wanted to have some kind of balance to it. There's got to be some risk in doing it. So
Yeah, so we felt like doing that was still a choice factor. Now, don't get me wrong, some people may not want to do that. They may not even have enough cards to do that. But based off of our experience playing it and reviewing it and then kind of talking about it, again, when we do these things, when we do reviews and we talk about ideas, we listen to you guys. I want you guys to understand that. And then we take these ideas and we fight. We go into a corner, we settle it, and we fight. Like, we're literally arguing, like figuring out why this would work, why it wouldn't work. And it isn't just, and again, this isn't a you guys thing, because you guys can't see the whole picture yet. And again, we haven't painted the complete Sistine Chapel to be able to explain that. But we have to look at the bigger picture. Like, how does any of these changes affect other gameplays or game modes down the line? We got to make sure that we're not compromising any of those things. So when we decided this route was probably the best route, it solves a lot of problems. So some of the concerns were that V-triggering, the benefits are great and amazing, but it slows the game down from being able to pursue playing more weaponry, more abilities, and things like that, which was definitely an issue. That was why we even had to look into it, because some people were just accustomed of constantly playing as they continue. Though V-triggering does sacrifice, it is a choice to lose those points, but there are a lot of benefits for V-triggering in our game. It's a key function in our game that we highly encourage at the right time to play that ability, which unlocks secretive and powerful abilities from your weapons and your hero to be able to unleash deadly synergizing attacks and abilities and stuff. But we also felt like we want that continued pace to go. So how did we manage to do that was, we decided that since you V-trigger, naturally you draw 2 cards, which speeds up the game and allows you to draw cards quickly. So why not allow you to exile, by choice, 2 cards to gain your points back? Though you're going to lose a lot of cards, but you can gain enough points to be able to get yourself back in the position you were kind of at when you V-triggered. Though it's going to take a good sacrifice to get at, it's gonna be one of those choice things. We've played it out, we've tested it. Brandon has played it and tested it. It actually speeds the game up pretty good. It gets us in that sweet spot of that 45 that we want to be at almost constantly, if not even more, because when Brandon plays at his house, he's in a world of chaos within himself playing it and still hitting good numbers as far as time play. Brandon really
how I managed to get some games in is
it's untalkable. Like, you can't even talk about how he managed to get some games between the kids pulling the table, knocking the table, etc., etc. He plays under hostile environments. Just know that.
And the little one, she gets a kick out of destroying everything. So she's like eyeing the table from across the room.
I think she does it to get a reaction out of you. Honestly, she's like, yeah, let me get a reaction out of the pops today. Let me pull this.
Oh, she knows.
Yeah. So he's tested it and it's helped sped the game. Brandon really is trying, and he's been sitting back in his room or wherever he goes to meditate to figure out how to get this in a quicker speed play game. And it's him too, because he wants to be able to get home, and he understands. He wants to be able to get home to play a quick game, knock a quick game or 2 out, and then go back to doing what he's got to do. Because to be perfectly honest, we don't have all that time in the world to be like, yo, let's jump on a game, and it could spend about an hour, 45 minutes to be able to play a rock solid game undisruptive. It's more like we got to schedule that in. AOB, let's go meet over here. Ayo, come on down and then make arrangements. Where we may just want to be able to pop in a quick 20 minute, maybe 15 to 20 minute game and be able to get in and out. So Brandon's working on rules to be able to support that type of play style. Again, we do have in our balancing area on Discord, you guys can suggest any ideas that we can use too, because I know Brandon's rambling a couple of things. I would love, and I try to help Brandon when I can, but I got a whole heck of a lot on my plate myself that Brandon, he bounces a lot of ideas off me. I bounce back to him. And but if you guys in the community want to give any suggestions that are familiar with the game and that are really good, go ahead.
I'm open to suggestions. If anyone, I always say I'm always on no matter what Sunday nights, but hit me up if I can get on any other time. I definitely will get on. Like we always say, I got a 9 to 5 and I'm a family man, so I can't always get on. But if I can, I definitely will try to.
Yeah, we know we got some people in our community that are tournament-based players, and we are actually structuring. When you guys receive your test decks, Brandon is actually going to, and Brandon and ourselves, the entire dev team, we're going to be structuring a live tournament, which seems like what our community wants more so than anything. So we know that, they obviously didn't want tabletop sim. We want to do a live tournament, and that's what we're going to end up doing. Once you guys receive your test decks, we'll be running that shortly as well. So we're open for ideas. Again, go into our Discord, head into the balancing area. That's where Brandon scopes in a lot of his focus. Brandon's focused everywhere, honestly. But, I mean, that right there is his cup of tea. He'll be able to go ahead and jot in some ideas of what we can do to help speed the game. In fact, anybody that has given any contributions in that area to help this V-Trigger finagle that we're in, I think we're pretty satisfied with the turnout of the V-Triggering, fiasco. And I think it's going to work out very well in every game mode without hindering too much of anything. Because another thing is, and I might be leaking a little bit of stuff right now, is that, and those that has played Conjurers know that they are reapers when it comes to storage energy points. We didn't want to overpower the Conjurers, right? So this clutch rule would have overpowered the Sentinels, but this new rule could have potentially overpowered Conjurers, which based off our experience, it actually doesn't. It actually doesn't. It still puts you in that position where you still need to make a choice. So there's still sacrifice for the gain. So it wasn't like the gimme like Brandon spoke about earlier, where when you sacrifice one card and you get 2 storage points, yeah, that would have absolutely overpowered a Conjurer by a busload. So yeah, that covers that. So we want to go ahead and we were excited to express that. Brandon's going to be typing that up and get that into the rules. We'll be updating the digital version that we just let you guys get access to, apparently. That hopefully we'll have a tab up there shortly to be able to review that on there as advanced detailed rules.
And like Charlie kind of touched on it, Jay and I, we've been bouncing some ideas back and forth, trying to get some quick rules, something together, like a quick rule mode. So, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah,
as
for
well.
like speed play,
Exactly.
get in and out, and that goes back to what I was saying about the 15 to 20 minutes. That's where Brandon and Jason trying to chisel the game down to get that. We want everybody to be able to play at any given moment, any given time, whether if it's a speed play or if it's the traditional gameplay. We want to make sure that everybody can experience the game the way they would want to experience it. Okay, so real quick before we go any further on the other part there, Brandon, I want to talk a little bit about the grenades.
Real quick. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it actually was not on our topic for tonight.
We do need to go over that.
But let's talk a little bit about these grenades. So, fortunately, a lot of you guys that have the cards and that have the grenade cards, there will be a change, guys. So, don't shoot the messenger, shoot the balancer.
Yeah, no. So we were looking at grenades, and we were kind of looking at you have your standard kinetic grenade, and then if you've been on the Tabletop Simulator at all, you'll see that there's the solar grenade, there's a glacier grenade, there's also tech grenade.
Every class is gonna have a grenade.
So every class has their own, grenade, and we decided that
all right,
for a person to have potentially up to eight grenades available to them at one time in their deck was a little overdone. So we decided what we were going to do is we're going to change the name of all the grenades, no matter what type of grenade it is, to just grenade. And then underneath that, it will tell you if it's if it's a critical grenade or a kinetic grenade, or if it's a glacier grenade. So what this will do, was make that card fall into the rule of four of the same name card per deck. So that's a little bit of a major change. I don't know if I said that really well. Maybe Charlie, you could say a little bit better.
Yeah, so essentially what the problematic action is, a lot of DD's been going on in the game, right? So we've been getting some feedback that, you know, and it's actually kind of ironic on how someone just used almost pure abilities to wipe someone out. You know, people are going to find the way to play the game. It is what it is.
Right.
So it was never intended for grenades to be as powerful as what they were and how overpowered they can be, right? So if you can have 4 of your class grenades and you can also have 4 of your kinetics, that's essentially a busload of damage you can deal, right? So the game was meant to be strategic and choice-based. Your primary source of damaging should have came from the weaponry that you activate into the field, though abilities can be pretty devastating. A lot of them were meant to be supportive to help sustain the damage while you're punching the damage with your weaponry throughout the fight. Because for those that aren't familiar of our game, we do have an energy shield system that it can regenerate every turn. So we wanted to find that balance to keep that sustainable, also crippling what they can do simultaneously. So grenades became a huge DD, which it was never really designed to be that way. And let me explain. If every class can deal such massive damage, being a specific class kind of breaks that. It takes that and doesn't funnel it in, right? So Sentinels are supposed to be the high damager class groups. In fact, they might be able to do something where they'll be able to carry much more grenades than other classes, and that's the way it should be. But as of right now, to openly give that to every class, you got to really balance these things out by choice. So you want to use 2 of your class type grenades, also 2 of your kinetic grenades, or whatever it is that you have relatively available for play, to deal the damage types that are very necessary. So again, it was never truly designed to be this chaos, and I'm going to use that term, of grenades getting chucked out back and forth. Like, I can literally visually see 2 people sitting into a corner just throwing grenades back and forth at each other. And it wasn't really designed that way. So when looking at the data and reviewing what type of damage can be done, again, it's not enough damage to change the whole game, but it definitely stalls a few things here and there, and it can deal enough damage to be able to continue pumping through with the weaponry, especially when there's just so many of them into your deck. So I think with what we've experienced by putting that into the 4-card rule really has you strategically figure out which grenades you want to put in play, which grenades you're going to need on you at that time, and it leaves room, believe it or not, for you to put in more things in. Like, you really don't realize how many things you cut out to put 4 more grenades that you could have put in to help replace those grenades to really support your character, between whether if it's an additional gun or 2 or another ability type to help support the grenades. Also, Conjurers, which I don't think it's out right now, has an ability to overcharge their grenades. So they have an ability which is actually a vitality, that if they grab a grenade in their hand, they overcharge it for an additional 2 to 3 damage on all the stats. And it's very ugly. And if that card is to release as a vitality for the Conjurers with this 8 grenade rule, yeah, the Conjurers are super overpowered. So it was something that we had to consider. So this will not, unfortunately, take effect right now for the test decks. It is what it is. I mean, if you guys mind playing it by that rule, that's fine. But the rule definitely states that it needs to have the same name, the same type. So that definitely will be a change on the final game when it gets launched. We might even update it on Tabletop Simulator just to make sure that that's up to date. But as far as the physical card games, unfortunately, it doesn't say that in the rules, and it doesn't match. So we can't control that. But for tournaments, we will. We definitely will for the tournaments, right, Brandon?
For sure.
For sure.
Well, I don't know. Some people say they like having 8 grenades.
Actually, for the tournaments, I think we're just gonna run what we brung. So I mean, I don't want to change too much. So
right. So I mean, yeah, I know it's a bit of a bummer for the 8 grenade idea. Again, I cannot stress how much of a, it. Again, we get into arguments, man. We kind of fight back and forth about this, but it's probably the best choice for the flow of the game itself, by mitigating some of the grenade usages in the actual game. But again, if you have another suggestion, another idea, put it in the balancing area on Discord, please, And we listened. This is just kind of things that we were collecting data, and as reviewing other balancing things, this was definitely one concern that we had on the board. So if you guys want to definitely bring it up on there, we'll go ahead and take the idea and make sure if we can balance something out. Nothing is super final at the given moment. That's the beauty of it, because Brandon hates changing things that force us to change all the cards. He'd rather change something in a rule that'll help keep the cards that are currently existing without having to make any alterations of any kind. So that's the ultimate goal there. So this seemed to be the best form fitting. This will have to change the text on the cards to balance this out, but if you have any ideas, please make that suggestion. Again, I'm sorry I spent too much time on this actual topic, but I definitely felt like we needed to talk about this. All right, Mr. Brandon, we have some dice trays. What's that look like?
You know, I think last day of the game, I said I was going to come steal it, and I actually did come and steal it.
He did. He actually did. He come and took it.
So we got the dice tray right here. All right. And there's the dice tray.
I got myself.
All right.
Bam.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Hey,
go ahead.
now you can see it.
There we go. And that is the dice tray. I guess let me hold it like that. You can see what it kind of looks like. And then that also folds flat. Has buttons on the side, folds flat.
How thick is that? How thick is that? How heavy?
It's not very heavy, and I would say it's kind of like a little mini playing mat. Honestly, it's kind of like actually like a mouse pad. So
it almost flimsier than a mouse pad, didn't it? But
it's a little thinner, but I like it. It's very nice. It's convenient.
You know, personally, when I had it here before you stole it, thank you by the way.
You're welcome.
When I had it here, and my experience using it, it actually was kind of cool, because even if it was on a hard surface, when you rolled your dice in it, it absorbed the impact. So it didn't allow it to bounce all over the place. It actually kept it in the tray, and it didn't do some weird funky roll where it offset the die in any type of way. It actually absorbed the impact and then allowed it to keep where it's at. So them dice trays, communities, we really appreciate you guys for suggesting that. That was such a good thing. I
like it because it keeps the dice from like knocking your pieces over, which drives me absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people it's gonna drive nuts, man. But that was a community suggestion that actually worked out very well, and it's very viable. I love using that tray, man. That was actually kind of nice. So I'm gonna definitely expect
You want to see what else I stole from Charlie while I was over there?
Here we go. Hold on.
Let's see what else I got while I was over there.
Oh, he about to come correct, man. Brandon about to come correct with that neoprene mat.
There we go.
So how does that feel,
All
man?
I know is you better bring that Megacon.
That feels premium, and that will be coming with us to Megacon.
Oh,
so
whoa! What's going on in Megacon? Why would that come with us?
Well, it's gonna come so I can beat Jay. I mean, why else?
Oh, there's someone got called out.
You don't got the glory to come against me, man.
Someone got called out.
You ain't got the glory to come against me, man.
Hey, if you at Megacon, hell, I might even live stream it. We don't even know. But if you at Megacon, you might be able to see the devs.
It's gonna be live from
Megacon,
man. Oh, I'm gonna bring the clippers and I'm gonna shave your beard off at the Megacon. There we go.
Dang.
I got it all figured out now.
Dang, you that's what you said you're gonna do, huh? That's what you said you're gonna do. That's
special, man. Go straight up with that. All right, so we're going to talk about the last topic of the night, which is definitely what we spent all weekend on working on. So I'm going to turn on this light real quick.
Well, not the last topic, Charlie, but it is the it is the showstopper.
So one of the huge topics. So we will be sending this out as if tomorrow Jason's working on getting the analytics stuff together to make sure we get these shipped out for the week. So he'll be pulling out as many as he can throughout the week. There is quite a few orders that came through. So Jason's only one person, and he's doing this to the best of his ability. So he's going to be pushing these out for you. So you guys can take a quick look live on the stream. Let me get my face off of this. See, and then the thing is, the beautiful cover my face. There we go. Bam. Hold on. Let me go solo cam. Make yourself solo cam. Full screen, buddy. Solo cam. Bam. Here we go.
Yeah, go full screen. Yeah.
So this is the way the packaging is actually going to come to you guys. Let me get my face off this camera. Hold on. Because if I don't, it's going to keep capturing my beauty.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. It's really a good song. Okay, so what you guys are looking at here is the Veil packaging. So this is, excuse the glare because I do have the light on it. but it is going to be in this acrylic frame. So we did ended up designing an actual backdrop for it. So I created like a little mini backdrop there, and the side spine will have the actual Vanquishers TCG. The back will have the information that'll actually be inclusive of the actual game. Here's going to be the quick rules. So it's the video of how to play. So if you don't know how to play the game, you'll be able to click this rule here and be able to check that out. Over here at the very bottom area will be what's listed.
Can you click that right now?
Yeah,
Actually?
yeah. Look.
Let me. All right, thank you.
It has no effect when I clicked it. Okay, I'm bugging. When you scan it with your phone, see, that's what happens. This is the conditions I work under, guys. I want you guys to know this is the smart remarks I deal with. So when you scan it with your phone, then you'll click it on your phone. I apologize for missing that step. It's very important to Brandon. He had to make sure you bring that up. Our social media will be located at the very top here. You'll be able to go to our website and click our social media. At the very bottom here, we'll just give you a little bit of information of info, where to go, and of course to vanquish your enemies, because that's ultimately the goal there. So that's going to be the actual package. To get into it is actually pretty sealed. It's really simple. You'll just go ahead and just separate these two parts here, and the actual deck will be held in place, and you'll be able to just pull the deck right on out. So I'm actually not going to open it because of the amount of work.
There's a special message behind that deck.
Oh, and yes, and also there's a special message in the back. So for those that actually got to pull it out, you'll be able to read the message behind there from the developers directly. So that is the actual veil, and then the Solaris. Oh man, it's just too much gloss, man. Too much gloss. And the Solaris pack here. Let me pull veil down. And so it's pretty much exactly the same. The back will have the information there. And the board obviously is not in this packaging here, which will be separately. So the board will be shipped with it, but it won't be in the actual package. So this will be everything included. It's exactly the same as those two test decks there. So we just wanted to make sure that we showcase that for you guys. It's packaged pretty well. When I tell you that the box itself is shrink wrapped, the cards are shrink wrapped, the hardware is all shrink wrapped, because we didn't want it jumbling all over the place when it gets to you guys. And yes, we did wear gloves 100% from beginning to end.
I'll tell you this, just so y'all know, that plastic clamshell that it's in, we had this, me and Charlie were on Skype or Zoom or whatever until like 3 a.m, multiple nights trying to figure that out, calling people, talking to people, and it's from an American company, and that's like one of the most, like, we try to do everything we can through American companies as well.
And it just makes it easier for us to get access to get the items quicker, to be able to get that into R&D and to be able to make sure that's going to work for what we're trying to do, and then of course get shipped out. So that's ideal for us to be able to deal with that in the States. But yeah, we spent quite a bit of time packaging. That was a big concern for us, because when I tell you guys we hunt for hours and days and etc., we spent a lot of time making sure that we can get this packaging done. And just like you guys have seen, 100% has been done by us. So we did all the packaging and the distribution. So when you guys do receive this, it has been touched by pretty much all the developers. All right, well, that covers the segment of our Tabletop Simulator and the physical card game. So I don't know if Jason has another spiel here, because he mentioned that there might be something
I got something for you.
So Mr. Jason wants to talk here.
I got something for all of y'all. And Brandon, just stay on mute, okay? Thank you.
Why you gotta keep me on mute for? Why?
I'm gonna mute you, man. This is my Zoom channel.
That is true.
All right, so guys, we had those giveaways. It's towards the end, so we're gonna go ahead and announce Patreon people. Say thank you. We're gonna announce the winners, and then we will touch base with all those winners. Tomorrow, just the last review on that. So between tomorrow and the following day, I should have basically 90% of all the test decks out and shipped out. Anybody who was interested in test decks, now that you've seen them, because you got to believe. I've already talked to the people who on the back end and Patreon members who did not get SX for the XYZ reason. So I've already talked to you guys. I will get with you to let you know where we're at, so if we can get you a deck or a bundle on whatever's left over. We did over order a bit of what we got in the bundles, just so we had some stuff to actually showcase and do things. And like I said, we do have like the summer camp that we're gonna send a bundle to see how that shows with them, and then we had we also have some other things that we're doing with our partners so that we can send send our test decks to a bigger an audience beyond where we're at as well. So just know we should have some extra ones, and the people that I did reach out to, we should be able to get you guys bundles if you are still interested. And whatever's left over from that, we have to look at what we need for ourselves to be able to test play, show people, and have stuff to do things of that nature. So just be on the lookout for that information. I will reach out to everybody who was interested and who messaged me. Just so everybody knows, it's only 190 decks that were created. So at the end of the actual packaging and putting everything together, I don't know how many times I heard it from Charlie, but just know that this packaging is premium, and it is going to be the only time we do the packaging like this. If we ever do test decks again, which we are maybe teetering towards the side of not doing them again, they will only be the decks, and I don't even think we might have the hardware with them. There won't be a hollow foil. It will just be the cards so people can get cards to play. So that might be the only route we go if we do test decks again, because after this process point, because we crunched it in, like we did it in we put all of those decks together in less than 24 hours. Like I think I only slept 4 hours and I was there for 24 hours at the sweatshop.
Yeah, I think I fell asleep about 2 hours, Jason, but I think I got up about an hour.
We really did all come together like last minute. So
yeah, it was like even B was already busy doing something he had already planned, and then he was like, "Nah, I can't do that. I got to be with the crew."
I was like, once I realized what they were up to, I was like, I gotta come through. I can't let y'all do that by yourself. So
yeah, so
it is what it is.
We might not do it. So this time, the way the test decks are, this is like really you guys, the community made the rarity of it, and literally we're not doing posters, we're not doing those game mats again, we're not doing the setup that Charlie just showed you. It is literally you guys have the one, being one of our first products to come out pre Kickstarter. It's going to be pretty rare to hold on to. So
yeah, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot of work, man. It was a lot of work that we didn't anticipate. Fulfillment is not easy, and we knew that it was going to take a lot of work, because that's why in our Patreon we didn't want to get caught into a fulfillment issue, because that would have taken away a lot of what we need to do and get done. So this right here was definitely it reassured us why what it is that we got to do. And again, we're not just people that just do the basics and keep it going. Like, we're going to take it to the next level, and that's just who we are as people. We'll always try to give you guys that premium.
We can't give it to you halfway. We got to give it to you with that finesse and that wow factor, like
to the best of our ability.
To the best of our abilities. And just remember, this is literally us taking it in and saying, how can we perfect or make better this product than just giving you a deck? You know what I mean? Like, giving you a deck is a good thing and it's a nice thing, but we want you to have an experience when you open these decks. So that's why a lot of the I always remember opening things and putting them right back in and being able to put them on my wall, and like the collectability, or just at least having it nice there so you can be like, oh, that always looks nice. So just I wanted to let you guys know, like, we decided we're not going to go that route of doing these test decks this way ever again, probably. And I'm gonna say that's a 90%er right there, because you can never say never.
Right. I mean, you never know what's going to be put in front of you to be able to do what you need to do. So anything could change down the line, but we're very highly positive that we may not do it again. Also, another thing I want to go ahead and stress about that these cards do not reflect final product at all. Let me kill this.
All those cards will say promotional use only on them.
So they do not. Them. Yeah, they do not reflect final product. For those that do get these decks and see the Hero Hollow Foil card, that is pretty close to what final product would look like. But the rest of the decks itself definitely do not reflect the final product. We went to a company that does test play cards, and it's not bad at all. They're actually pretty good. I actually got to use them and play with it myself, and they're actually very, very good for what they need to be done. But as far as the hero card, the holofoil, that is pretty close to a representation of what the final card would look like. So if you guys are trying to gauge what end product cards would look like and stuff, I would definitely go off of what the hero card looks like, or the holofoil hero card.
Yep. All right, and just to we'll wrap up. Are you good, Charlie? Anything else you want to say?
I'm good, man. I think that's about it.
So
We
wrap
have
up.
yeah.
It's about an hour past. We don't try to keep you guys too long. We know time is precious. So
Yeah. So
so the Enter the Rift. The people that won the Enter the Rift contest. We're gonna go ahead and announce those people, and then I'll reach out to them. Let's go ahead and let's shout this out. So the first person, first place. If you're in our Discord, you already know who first place. And shout out to
yeah.
Apparently, someone took this contest very seriously.
Well, that's good. Hey,
I like that energy.
And apparently, that person needs to be rewarded. I don't know. We might be able to do a little something. I don't know.
So, first person that won was Just Datsun. He came in with. I'm not even going to put numbers because he won. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he pretty much blew everyone out the water. He
killed it, man.
You know what I mean? What we'll do is we'll get with Just Datsun, and then we'll see how get him situated with his deck. He has his test deck coming, and then we'll probably throw the booster and stuff together for his stuff to go all at one time. Next person that won was Cal TCG Collector. He's one of our Patreon members. Shout out to him. I do appreciate you guys. You put in that work. Honestly, out of everybody, the 5 people that you invited, 0 of them left. So appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Cal. And then the next winner is going to be Devil Dog Cards. I've been having a lot of conversations with Devil Dog Cards, and it was good time. You know, he's actually one of our Patreon members as well. And I'll tell you, I apologize because he was like, I am a Patreon member. I didn't know he was a Patreon member. I don't know everyone's government name. Sometimes I just know you by your Instagram name, but now I know both. So I'm gonna come find you, get you a pack. And then our last winner is going to be KC Gaming. So shout out to KC Gaming. He's actually one of the people that always do like play tests of our game and streams it on Twitch. He usually plays against Just Datsun. And just shout out to you guys, everyone who won. Congratulations. The invite contest, let us know how you guys felt about it. You could just say it in Discord, like if you liked it or didn't like it. I know in the beginning when we opened it, a lot of people kind of said, I don't really care for it that much. It's not really like that, you know. But we just wanted to test the waters and see how it would go for us and give you guys an opportunity to get some more cards in your hands. So
yeah, we figured out it was another way of just help growing the community, because that's ideal. Growing the community is huge, because the more that we get into our community, the more that obviously you guys get to actually play with, and it just grows quicker. So just something that we were testing. Yeah. Jason's always looking at marketing and looking at different ways of, you know, rewarding you guys for obviously help growing the community as well, you know.
Yeah, definitely. We want to do everything we can to bring more people in. Like we always say, the bigger our community gets, the more eyes on it, the more outreach, the more it's going to be better in the long run for the Kickstarter, and more it's going to be, and even beyond that, because Kickstarter is just part of the process. That's not the end of this. You know what I mean? So
it's just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Yeah, a huge stepping stone though.
And it helps, like, honestly, I look at it more analytically and more able to take data to bigger places. So let's just keep growing the community up. We're doing great though. Like, I'm not even going to downplay it. Everyone is awesome. Like, we're almost at 2,500 followers on Instagram, and we just hit 2K at the end of last month, like a month early of our goal. So we're ahead of the time. We're ahead of our timeline. And we have our actual look.
Yeah, I keep hitting buttons, man. It's my
Yo,
key.
you're trying to kick us out.
I'm doing too much right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing way too much. Hashtag Jose, give me your switchboard.
And Discord is growing. Discord is going in a very good direction. So what I'm gonna say is next week I will focus on the street team data and how we're gonna do the street team. If you are interested in being part of the street team, which I know some people have already messaged me, just DM me in Discord, and we'll talk about what I'm looking at doing. The way it's gonna be is gonna be a sign up kind of thing, and then from the sign up, we'll go from there on how it works and how you upgrade your street team status and stuff like that. If you are part of the street team, you will get exclusive gear from us. You will get exclusive merch from us, and some other exclusive things. But it's going to be a labor kind of thing and a labor of love kind of thing. Like it's going to come with you guys putting in some work. So I'll explain how all that works next state of the game. So just be on the lookout for that. I already have one person in our Discord community that has 3 LGSs willing to put our posters up and put our flyers up in their store.
Which we appreciate. That's only showing how much you're talking about our project, man. We really do appreciate you for that.
And yeah, so it's going, because the next part of now is I want all of you that are part of our, like, you are Vanquishers with us. Let's reach out to your local community. Let's get this growing to LGSs, and let's get this growing in the right manner so that people start getting pulled in and people start seeing it. Because honestly, I feel like once somebody sees it, they're gonna like it, and then once they play it, they're gonna be like, wow, this is even like
they're gonna love it. They're gonna like it when they see it. They're gonna love it when they play it.
Not just it looks cool, like it is a cool playing game. Like it is a cool, like, fun strategic game that you can have with any age. Like literally played it with 8-year-olds. I played it with people that are older than me, and I'm not no spring chicken. So, you know.
All right. Well, I mean, that pretty much wraps up what we have for tonight. So, yeah, you got
Patreon people. Hold
on.
Yeah,
we got to do a quick shout outs and then make sure that we go ahead and break out.
We got some new ones. My bad. That's my fault. That's my fault. All right. So let me go through them and shout out some people for our Patreon. So we got Sterling Aiken, but that's Devil Dog. Then we got Kyle Medor. We got Vetflix and Chill. We got Gabriel Ramirez, Jeremy Backus, Damiano DeMio, the Cardboard Crackhead, Oda Collector, Little Miss A, KC Gaming, Atlas, Adeus Gold, Leafy, Juan Gonzalez, that's Juan Gonzan, Greg, which is Jeeps, Vincent, which is Ottawa, Collector, Daniel Gonzalez, Wage of Tropes, always going to shout out Johnny, Saeed, Dats is in there, the winner, Chicken Dinner, Dats, BK, Kevin Lowe, Paul Tuffus, Platinum Prince. Platinum Prince is a really big supporter. He just got a new job, so I know he's just situating the move and he's situating the new job and stuff like that. So he'll probably be back asking a million questions. I love that. I love when he does that. We got X Devil, UND Devil Dog. That's not the same person as Sterling. That's a different Devil Dog. We got Anchi Ramore, Mr. J, Rico, Caleb, Cerberus, Norma, Carmen, Beth, Ultimate Chaos to round out the end. Always got love for Ultimate. I hope you feel better, Ultimate. You just let me know if you need anything. We got your packaging and everything put together. We're just going to finish up the last part of it tomorrow, and you will get your stuff sent out.
All right. So that pretty much wraps up for what we're going to be doing for the rest of the night here. So hope you guys have a good night. And if you're watching this video on a later date on YouTube, make sure that you guys smash that like, share icon. Hold on, Brandon. What is the one icon they really should be hitting?
You need to hit the bell icon so that you stay notified, know everything going on in the Vanquishers TCG world.
Y'all can tell I love doing that with Brandon, man. That's right. Hit that bell, man. Make sure that you guys stay notified. You guys want to make sure that you guys get all the up-to-date stuff. If you're watching us on a later date, catch us on the Discord. Make sure that we're pretty active on there pretty much on a day-to-day basis, and so is our community. Until the next state of the game, Vanquishers, we out.
We out.